Hi everybody, welcome to episode 29, where there's going to be a ton of remodeling in store for today's episode, specifically remodeling my space platform. Because I think I'm kind of getting the gist of how this thing works, how to travel in space, basically from last episode's experience learning that if we get some thruster fuel, we can basically continue to increase our asteroid chunks coming in with the use of turrets, specifically gun turrets or laser turrets, breaking down the larger asteroids. But the problem with that is I just still need to fix a couple of things, including power, which I was beginning to run low on, as well as improve my overall setup and still allow for some space science in the meantime. So right now I'm actually out of iron ore coming in. I think part of that big issue is because of some clogging issues going along with these crushers. So I need to fix that. I'm assuming I'll need to use some sort of smarts to basically make it so that we only pull from the belt if certain conditions are not met and so on. So I am going to remodel this exactly how I'm not sure. But we are nearly back to the main base. I'm thinking we'll stay over the main planet just so that I can keep ordering new supplies as they are needed. And then once this is looking kind of more functional, we'll see if we can head off to Fulgora to finally get to another planet and start whatever journey is going to be had there. So instead of having you guys sit through all of my commentary about all of this nonsense I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to come back after this brief montage. About 4 hours of in-game footage later and a bit of a longer montage than planned later, and here we are at my new, improved, remodeled space platform. Take a look at it in all of its beautiful, rectangular, vertical glory. Thankfully, it didn't end up as phallic as I was expecting it to be when I was building this. But let's start here in the middle with where the, what do you call this, the space platform hub is, I guess where I'm situated. So if you can make out the different components, I know it's hard to kind of make out because it's so spaghetti-like and condensed, but I have these extra cargo bays on here to give me tons more storage capacity in the space platform. So from the space platform hub, if we follow up the belt lines, you can see my space science assemblers. Now these are directly fed the iron plate from the furnaces nearby, as well as they get their products of the ice cubes, which are shared on this line. And then they get the other part, the carbon, from this line here. And the ice cubes actually continue on along with the iron ore down and to feed the chemical plants down here. Or at least that will be the plan. And then if we follow the line further up, we can see where I have the outputs for the crushers. This is where the carbon goes, the ice cubes, and then the iron ore share this line here. This is my recycling area for the asteroid chunks. I'm not sure how well this will work out. And then just to the right of the furnaces for the iron plate, you can see I have also direct feeding into ammo production. So half of the iron plate goes into science, the other half goes into ammo, and then the ammo outputs onto a line over here. We have some of the ammo going north, some going south, and then the ammo splits off into basically a little bit of a non-complete loop, but it goes around the entire space platform perimeter, feeding these random gun turrets, and then you'll see laser turrets are also nearby. And then very obviously you'll see I condensely fit in as many accumulators and solar panels as possible, but I tried to keep it ratio efficient, so I did look that up. I want to say it's like 21 accumulators to 25 solar panels is the ideal ratio, which gives it like a 0.84 ratio. So this I want to say is like 0.833 or something like that. There's like, I can't even remember how many are. I could look on the blueprint here. But anyway, it's as ratio correct as I could get it. So I haven't fully turned it on yet. Some of it is already kind of turning on. But let's see if we can do that. In fact, how come it's not working? I did also add in a couple little bits of smarts here and there. I was hoping to kind of put a pause on the belt so that we'd always have enough room to feed into these recycling belts here. That wasn't super successful, so I need to come up with a way to improve that. So now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if we need like a recycling area. Like if we were to get rid of this, what if we were to do, let's see here. Let's underground belt that. We'll do something like that. Oh, no, actually, let's bring that down one. Cut that. And what I mean by this is to prevent excess clogging, we might need to send some stuff just out into space if it will let me. Let's see. Do I have the option? What if I do that? Okay, cool. All right, now it's working. So it was just already clogged. Maybe I can reduce the stack size so not so much gets wasted. Like, let's start with 3 for now. All right, are things not quite turning on? Okay, let's bring that stack size back up. Let's do 10. There we go. All right, I'm sure there's a smarter or more efficient way to fix that in the future. In fact, maybe another thing we can do is fix my recycling loop. So let's have this go, actually let's cut that like that. We can delete that now. And like that, we'll add in a splitter just to join up the stuff. And heck, we'll even go like this, just to keep having it go run around. I'm trying to give more room for the outputs of the asteroid chunks on the belts to hopefully fix the clogging. In fact, maybe, what if we just do max stack size just to help it out? Okay, anyway, maybe we should take this for a spin. Should we see if we can get this like fully up and running? How much fuel do I have for one? Not a lot. So I do need to save up on some fuel first. In fact, the reason why I don't have the fuel is because I don't have iron ore. So clearly something I did isn't working, and I think it just comes back to this clogging issue. Okay, how can we actually fix this? So what if we have the belt getting red here? And I want another power pole. Okay. So let me just clean all of this up real quick. Let's have this read the belt contents. We'll hold, enable, disable. Actually, no, we just want it to read. So not enable, disable, so just read that. And we'll say if, let's see, if iron, or if we're less than 1, this inserter will work and send stuff into recycle in space. If it's greater than 1, this will pause because that means we need to recycle these asteroid chunks, or at least that's how I'm thinking about it in my mind. Okay, gosh, I just need to like delete all of this and almost start over. Okay, fix. Let's just clean up the belts. Okay, it's beginning to work. I will play with this a little bit later. Other things I do want to do in the future is also, in fact, maybe we can do that now, is to put conditions on the space science stuff. So how I want to do that is make it so that the inserters only pull the iron plate, or the, excuse me, the ice cubes rather, into the space science assemblers if there is so much fuel in the system, and that way there will always be fuel prioritized instead. So do I even need, what do you call it, the combinators, or can I just have it read directly, I wonder? Let's try that first. So let's have it read this. We'll have enable, disable, and let's have it read if fuel is greater than or equal to, let's start with 20,000. Then it will work. Okay. See, this is some smarts I can easily do. So now in theory, the ice cubes should bypass the space science, instead going straight into the fuel production instead, which it is. So I'm getting a teeny tiny bit saved up, not much. So I want to save up just a little bit more, and then we'll take this for a spin and see how it goes. A couple minutes later, and you can see how the unclogging of the recycling center for the crushers has really helped improve the production of the carbon and the iron ore and the ice cube. So this is working better now. The ice cubes are making their way past the space science and going straight into the fuel production. And I might have also forgot to mention how the asteroid collectors work. So they are spaced out throughout the perimeter of this rectangle here, and then they just feed onto a shared belt line. I don't usually have like 3 separate products all on one belt, which is part of why this is clogging up here. So there might be a better way to do this, but it was the most dense way to get all of the materials from just one crusher in each section that I could think of at the time. So for my first like revised space platform, I'm pretty pleased with this. We just have to test it out now and see if it can get us to Fulgora. So without further ado, let's carry on. I'm going to save, and let's see what this bad boy can do. Let's, how do we do this again? Okay, I guess we just click Fulgora, and that will turn on the thrusters, I think. Yep, okay, thrusters are working. Alright, I'm about 1,000 kilometers in so far. Seems like it's going well. I still have about 6,000 left of my thruster oxidizer fuel. What's happening though? I am running out of power. Oh crap. What happens if I run out of power? Okay, okay. I'm surviving, I'm doing okay. And I'm actually already almost halfway to Fulgora. This is amazing. Oh shoot, I'm out of power. Oh crap. Oh no. This looks bad. This looks really, really bad. Ooh, okay. All right. Good to know. This is what happens when you run out of power, and turns out your space platform can actually get broken up by the asteroids. Lesson learned the hard way. We are now officially going backwards. So thankfully I saved. Let's come back for attempt number 2 in just a second. Attempt number 2. I'm coming back prepared with walls this time. Let's see if these asteroids can outsmart me now. Let's go. Thrusters commenced. I have more fuel this time. But this time what I didn't have the previous time is walls. Okay, first big asteroid coming in. Doing okay. Doing okay. I've also added in more solar panels and accumulators, even more so than I had. Oh shoot, and it's not helping. It's not helping. Will my walls get me through? Great amount of power. And my base is getting even more destroyed. Almost to Fulgora, but my space platform is non-functional for the most part. Let's do take number 3, shall we? Take number 3. Let's go to Fulgora for the 3rd attempt. Thrusters engaged. What did I do differently this time, and what lessons have I learned? Basically, laser turrets seem to be the bane of the space platform, so I just have the 1 laser turret now, just to kind of be at the top and get those things that are further away, but then the gun turrets are going to be my primary source of asteroid destruction. So hopefully that serves me well. The asteroids are getting a little closer for comfort than I would like. But so far, it's holding up okay. Okay, here's where it will get hairy. I'm over halfway to Fulgora. Hey, but I'm doing okay. I feel like I was running into power problems by this point in the previous 2 attempts. Nothing has broken through my walls yet. Nothing destroyed. This might be the successful attempt. How's my fuel? I've got... Ooh, I'm almost out of fuel. I don't know if we'll make it. I almost need 2 tanks worth, it seems like. They're just barely hanging on with fuel. They're at max capacity. But I'm almost there. I think we're gonna do it. We did it, I think. Hold on. Hold on. Is it going in reverse now? Shoot, I didn't put any conditions on Fulgora. Okay. Let's go back to Fulgora. Let's give it an item count that seems ridiculous to, I don't know, ridiculous to comply with. We'll give it 80 of those. All right, back to Fulgora. Gosh, it's like we went there and then we turned around immediately. I think this will get us there, which will be great. So 3 attempts is all it took. I learned some hard lessons, but I now have, I think, a viable space platform that not only gives me space science, but can get me where I need to go. And I want to say that's the longest portion to travel from. Well, I think technically Gleba to Fulgora should be the longest, or well, no, Akilo's probably up there too. So I'm proud of myself. Job well done. And that means we're going to conclude today's episode. Let me know what you guys thought of my newly improved and remodeled space platform. And hopefully by next time we can start exploring the new planet. See you then.